day 2 of business visits, day 3 in Singapore.
Yeah, ඉතින් අද අපි ANZ Singapore එක තමයි meet වෙන්නේ to talk about the economic perspective.
And economic overview coming up with Malaysia, Indonesia and Singapore to name. I think that's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, ඊට පස්සේ තියෙන්නේ we are going to markets to see the different kind of products. ඒ වගේ market visits එක තමයි second part of the day plan කරලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ හින්දා අපි ඒකේ update එකක් දෙන්නම්.
Yeah, so අපි මේ දැන් මෙතන මේ වෙද්දී අපි ANZ building එකට ආවා and we were just walking and මෙතන තමයි මුලින්ම ආවේ. We just passed our meeting room and this was the view from the top. It was මාර ලස්සනයි. මේ ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට චුට්ටක් පෙන්නුවත් එක මේ දින Marina Bay Sands, but remember we already visited it, so it was cool to see it from a different perspective too. And that was our meeting room, and this was just before our meeting started. So after a really good comprehensive meeting, we made our way to visit some food and beverage retailers. So our first key retailer was Comvita, which is a New Zealand brand and business which has expanded to Malaysia. So basically we talked with the staff there and got some insight on what products are selling, what types of products, the different prices, the typical consumer, what their buying habits are, all of that. And then we made our way to Tanglin Mall to look at 2 other key retailers.
Little Farms කියන mall එකට ගිහින් supermarket එකට ගිහින් තමයි චුට්ටක් research කරන්න යන්නේ එතන. අපි දැන් ඉන්නේ Little Farms එක තමයි මේක more premium supermarket එක. ඒකද බලමු.
So අපි මෙහෙම අර අපේ mother baby infant nutraceutical supplement market එකේ walnut oil කියන products චුට්ටක් වැඩිපුර බැලුවා, labeling, products, packaging, competitors එහෙම හොයාගන්න තමයි එහෙම කරේ. ඊට පස්සේ අපි තව අනිත් mall එකට ගියා, අනිත් retailer which was CS, that's cold storage.
Walnut milks ටිකක් හම්බුණා හින්දා ඒ ගැන තමයි අපි දැන් බලන්නේ. This section එකට ආව supplements. There's a New Zealand competitor, Centrum එකේ. I'm just going to look at the labeling now.
So we also talked with some customers that were buying products, and especially this customer, I was because she was checking the bottle and it was and then she was actually looking at the sugar content, and then it kind of relates with how Singapore has an issue with diabetes. So that was a really like a insightful little conversation we had. And then 8 of us, we had free time to do our own research, so we literally just went to Scoop Whole Foods, which is Australian brand, and then we went to a couple others as well, because even when we are like on our free days, whenever we travel, if we see a Guardian, if we see Watson's, Cheers, if anything we see, we just hop in and just do the research then and there, because it's more fun that way, more interesting. It's just it's on the go as well, and we're keeping with the topic as well. So at the Mitanapi, we also talked with some staff and the store manager to get some insights on how walnuts were selling.
Whole Foods, Scoop Whole Foods එකේ තමයි ඇවිල්ලා අපි walnuts කියන චුට්ටක් බලමු. ඒක තමයි අපේ company එක. Got some good notes. ඒගොල්ලෝ කිව්වේ raw walnuts are selling faster than walnut oil. And walnut oil තිබ්බ අර ලොකු container එකක වගේ we had to refill our own bottle. කියන්නේ එතන bottle උත් තියෙනවා. So it was really interesting. Now we're going to go and see what's ahead of us.
Maybe among Eastern Guardian, Watson's they're also more like pharmacy based retailers. So we went in there and looked at the supplements. It was අපි කන්න ආවා. We got a laksa and a lychee refresher. කනගමන් ඉන්නේ එක මාරහයි. ඒක නිකන් like crab flavor එකක් වගේ. ඒකේ noodles තිබ්බා and tofu I think. Tofu and then prawns and some like surimi kind of pieces. And then lychee didn't have that. ඒකත් මාරහයි. Like refreshing. It's like a hint of rose flavor. Right? මේ snack එක try කරනවා. It's like a sour powder strawberry stick. It's actually strawberry taste. What do you think? 8? 7? 7. 8 actually. And then we were going to head out, but then we saw a Unity Pharmacy, so of course we went in there, did some more research. And then after we did this, we actually went out of the mall. And on the way to the train station, we wanted like a snack, so we stopped by this, and of course we were looking for walnut products, and we found some more walnut products, so that was perfect for our research.
It's soft and it's really good. Loud coffee, but it's more like vanilla. I would like a 10 out of 10. So good. Oh my gosh, we finally made it to Singapore.
It was අපි මුලින්ම ආවේ ground එකට මම හිතන්නේ I think it was the underground or ground, and it was the food court. Oh my god, it was like literal heaven. There were so many options. අපි මුලින්ම හිතුවා අපි උඩ ගිහින් explore කරලා ඉන්නම් කියලා මුලින්ම. So we went up top looking around. It was very big, very nice. ඉතින් එහෙම අපි වටේ ඇවිද ඉඳලා ඊට පස්සේ we wanted to get something to eat. Something like savory first of all before we going back to the food court. So and then we spotted a Pizza Hut, and then the smell just consumed us, and we had to go to Pizza Hut.
A mini pizza.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
See, look at what we got. We got some chicken.
It's a bit cheesy. Chicken pizza.
We just love the smell. We I can take it. Having some trouble. Ito ka bang matay pindan cheesy food.
And then this was a pepper. So we were getting cheese and chicken. And this is honey roasted wings. Okay, we actually don't eat that much, but this was just like a combo pack that we've never tried before. So අපි හිතුවා අරගෙන බලමු කියලා, and we ended up using takeaway containers. LMAO. We had heaps left, and then we saw this, and then this is like a new experience. I said we chose what we wanted and then took it around our tray, and then cashier ගෙනචර පස්සේ තමයි අපිට bag එක දාලා දුන්නේ. So it was a new experience, but everything was clean though. Like all the trays and all the tongs, they were cleaned after they were used. So I mean, there was such a good range of options.
It looks quite good. It's so cool. What's the goods?
Spotted more goodies down the food court.
Passing එළියට ආවා. එහෙනම් දැන් අපි ආයෙත් heading back to the hotel. මේක බලන්න අපි. honey. ඊට පස්සේ yeah, we got the camera. it's like a nasal spray. B propolis rejuvenating night manuka honey එකක්. මේ වගේ product එකක් තමයි ආකුවේ bestseller කෙනෙක් bestseller because it helps with sleeping and yeah. Mega. It's also manuka. Thank you, Comvita.
Everyone welcome.
Welcome. It's time for the daily recap.
So අපේ day we started our day with අපි ගොඩක් මේ ANZ Singapore ගියා ASEAN economic overview එකක් ගන්න Crystal Tanglin. She's a
Asia economist.
Asia economist.
So-
And then ASEAN කියන්නේ මොකක්ද?
ASEAN, it's an abbreviated term for Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Originated from Thailand in Bangkok, tamai, and it has 10 member states and together in Southeast Asia, tamai member states obviously තියෙන්නේ. And it was just to represent, and it represents over 600 million people over there, every country giving non-population. So adapi me Crystal
Tanglin හම්බුණා. It's basically දැන් අපේ group study tour එක basically ඉන්නේ Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore so ඒ countries තුන ගැන main highlight කරා key facts එකක් කිව්වා. මොකද අපේ basic අපේ actually Q&A අපේ මොකද්ද study tour එක ගොඩක්ම purpose එක. So අපි එන්න the business with it තමයි. හැබැයි අපි එන්න කලින් අපි report එකක් කරා අපේ groups වලට තිබ්බා. අපි 16 දෙනා අපි groups වලට ගිහිල්ලා we had to do a report එක මේ basically walnut oil company එකක් New Zealand වල තියෙන ඒගොල්ලොන් basically they are trying to expand to the Southeast Asia. ඉතින් අපි recommend කරන්න ඕනේ Singapore හොඳ, Malaysia හොඳ, Indonesia හොඳ.
They're gonna get walnuts ekama. They'll also look at the baby supplement market with like walnuts like a baby supplement market. ඒක තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ
ඒතර අපි බලන්නේ basically මේ pharmacies නැත්නම් මොනවාද මේ luxury brands like baby nutraceutical market වල මොනවාද
what kind of
products
supplements are
yeah
there?
මොනවාද competitors
Yeah.
ඒගොල්ලෝ මොනවාද කරන්නේ parents මොනවාද බලන්නේ
Is there a market for it in India? It's a premium brand.
premium brand එකකින්ද
Yeah.
אז අපි ඒව companies විත් කළා බලනවා
Yeah. කිව්වාගේ අපි මුලින්ම Indonesia overview එකකින් පටන් ගන්නම්. මේ so Indonesia තමයි ඒ අපේ countries තුනෙන්ම the largest country because like actually it's the fourth most populated country in the world. So pretty big. ඒක හරියටම කිව්වොත් 280 million to 330 million growth එකක් තමයි predict කරලා තියෙන්නේ by 2050 for the population growth. So සෑහෙන ඉන්නවා. There's a good market there. That
ඒකත් එක්කම අපි දැන් ගොඩක්ම බලන්නේ baby infant toddler sector එක ඒක වලු 23 million people. ඒ කියන්නේ 9% of Indonesia make up the infant market sector.
because that's quite small, 9% growing, but the majority of them are 15 to 64 years. The older, older. And then, but for them it's important to ensure that their young children are healthy to map up with their long-term plan for the country so people can be willing to spend money to make sure their children are healthy basically. And then economic GDP per share per sector gattot as a percentage share, services are on top with approximately 40% and then it's manufacturing with 20% wage thamai and growth is around 5% per year. If that's like if they continue with the projected trends and then yana vidhiyata goes 5% thamai growth එක තියෙන්නේ. They are predicting the GDP to go from 1.4 trillion USD to around 2.2 trillion by 2029. So that's quite high GDP for the country, but it's quite high. And GDP per capita is low, but it's improving. And then regions, there's over 17,000 islands in Indonesia, and the top 3 provinces by GDP per share, it's Jakarta, East Java, and West Java. Yeah, and then it also relates to the
the top 3 provinces by GDP per capita, which is also Jakarta. Jakarta, so that's perfect. Indonesian rupees 323 million. So that's pretty good. It's an advantage for us.
Yeah.
Then if Malaysia got 8%, again 2.6 million of the population are infants. Now our infants can again because our project is based on the infants. The population of Malaysia is also then 33 million. It's projected to grow up to 40 million by the last year, by 2030.
2050.
2050. Yeah. And average growth take 4%. And they have a quite diversified economic structure as well. And then they have a good, I kind of feel like a better market for them. Because they make it top 3 states by GPT, Sri Lanka by 24%, KL, Kuala Lumpur by 15%, and then Sakra, 10%. Because it has the 3rd highest GDP in ASEAN countries. Yeah. Then api Singapore got a fact is around 30% of the Singaporean population are non-residents. Again, good foreigners. That's it's quite. But Singaporean passport you have to give. Then this is a country you can only have one passport. You can't do dual citizenship. So it's pretty cool. But with Singapore or access to over 100, I think 195 countries something, no? You can think my guess like commit.
Oh,
So what would you do? Have a Sri Lankan passport take up 90 countries or 86 countries or by some other lands. Anyway, Singapore population is quite small compared to other countries. It's predicted to grow from 5.9 million to 6.4 million by 2050. And then it's a services driven economic structure. Top 3 activities it's definitely services, manufacturing, and then construction. Remember Hilti yesterday, construction company. So
yeah.
Cool. And then Meolang, actually they rely 90% of 90% of food are relied from imports. So imports play a big role in this economy. Again, because here Singapore agriculture is this, whereas New Zealand we produce more than we can consume because we have such a small population in New Zealand. We export karna, but Singapore they are kind of starting to worry about it because if their own country can't produce enough stuff.
And I mean, they are the richest economy in Southeast Asia, so
yeah, again, agriculture literally makes up around 0.0 GDP. So it's very small.
They're trying to be 30% sustainable by 2030. Then grain focus
So GDP got 530 billion to 670 billion USD dollars by 2029.
Population Adunata, Singapore is known as a regional hub of Southeast Asia.
So lots of businesses come
Expand
and
here.
start here, get their people here because there's such a good talent pool with and access to more resources. Then they expand to I think Malaysia first.
They recommended Malaysia first, and then either countries.
And then if you're comparing all the 3 countries with a benchmark, Indonesia and Malaysia are net food exporters, whereas Singapore is a net food importer. So Singapore imports more compared to exports. And then, but Singapore does have good FTA, free trade agreement. And then competitive rankings, Singapore is a pro-business environment compared to the other 2 countries. Overall, Singapore ranks a 1, Indonesia a 27, and Malaysia 34. A rankings with
economic performance එකයි business efficiency කියන්නේ productivity වගේ ඒවා and government efficiency එකත් එක්ක සහ infrastructure මේ ඒ factors වලින් තමයි අර rankings
ඒක ඕවර් හදනවා.
කියන්නේ lower the number the higher the ranking. So then
ඒකත් එක්ක
ඒ කියන්නේ දැනට මේ Singapore 1 Indonesia 27 Malaysia 34 කිව්වට it doesn't necessarily mean Malaysia's better than I mean Indonesia's better than Malaysia because for example economic performance එකෙන් ගත්තොත් Indonesia's 27 whereas Malaysia is 8 ranked in 8 and business efficiency ගත්තොත් Indonesia's 14 and Malaysia's 40 but then of course Singapore business efficiency is 2 economic performance 3 වගේ තියෙන්නේ.
ඒක තමයි free trade networks or agreements ගත්තොත් Singapore has 4 signed but not yet in effect, whereas Malaysia has 0 and then Indonesia has 1. හැබැයි Singapore has 31 signed and in effect free trade agreements. Malaysia has 18, whereas Indonesia has 17.
And then again across all
එතන තමයි paying like 17 and 18 compared to 31. That's like that also like free trade agreements. ඒක තමයි මට ගොඩක්ම one of the reasons that the Singapore is the regional hub because it's easy.
And then but then all three countries there is a more willingness to spend on premium products depending on the quality and the health benefits but there is a growing population who want to spend more of their discretionary income on premium products like
because Singapore infertility rate එක අඩුයි. හැබැයි but the parents are willing to pay more for their kids. Because they're ගොඩක්ම මෙහි health conscious and then they want their kids to have the good cognitive brain health. Again they're willing to pay premium products. ඒකත් එක්කම New Zealand as a brand stands out for them. So New Zealand is well represented. ඒතර parents දැක්කොත් New Zealand වක් කරන අයගොල්ලෝ ගන්නවා. Then they're willing to pay more.
ඒකත් එක්කම there is a change in preference to alternative protein in Singapore තමයි මේ කියන්නේ. So they're looking for more protein basically shift from carbohydrates to more protein based products.
It is up to a little fancy. It's like a luxury store premium products in like Maraganan. අකර bakery items ඒව ඔක්කොම තියෙනවා පට්ට ගන්න
fruit පට්ට ගන්න avocados දෙක $1
Singapore dollars.
It was really cool to see different products again. හැම මොන products යන්නේ අපි trends එකක් චුට්ටක් කියන but ඊට කලින් කියන්න ඕනේ මෙහි business එක පටන් ගත්ත කියලා there's some restrictions on employment and so that's a good thing. Another thing they mentioned that at least only 30% can be foreign employees of a Singapore company because they want to protect their local employment, which I think is just looking after local people. Because Singapore has the second largest port in the world, so they invest quite a bit on logistics as well. And government they are very supportive of new business coming in, especially if they're like technological පැත්තේ එහෙම නම් they will give like there's like grants for that as well. But that's basically it from the ANZ meeting. It was really nice. It was really cool. It was like the same
like kind of boardroom meeting
same kind of like yesterday. So yeah. ඉතින් අපි මුලින්ම ගියා Comvita කියන මේකට Comvita කියන retailer it's actually a New Zealand retailer කෙනෙක් තමයි. So it was covered with Manuka honeys, all sort of honey products. It was really interesting. හිටපු කට්ටිය මාර friendly, really good. ගොඩක්ම අපේ New Zealand products වල මේ අර UMF 10 කියන 10 plus තියෙන products විකුණලා තිබ්බා. ඒකත් එක්කම children ලගේ ළමයිගේ cold soothing Manuka honey products it was like a good seller. ඒගොල්ලෝ කිව්වා same with Manuka pops like lollipops වගේ and Manuka gummies so thanks starting to sell quite a bit. ඒ වගේ තිබ්බා තව. It was quite interesting. They said මේ අර Manuka ඒගොල්ලෝ මේ honey එක මේ හැන්දෙන්ම කන්නේ. They don't apply it on toast or anything. for them because the parents are so busy, the kids are quite often in daycares and stuff, they develop like coughs and sore throats. That's why those kind of products are popular. And then they were so sweet. They gave everyone like a little complimentary gift bag. It was so sweet of them. Everyone was so nice. And මගේ ගොඩක්ම detail යන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් මොකද අපේ මේ project එකේ I'm not sure if it's interesting. So for y'all ඒ හින්දා වගේ එච්චරක් විතරක් කියන්නම් Comvita ගැන. But I took a full notes on that. මොකද අපි ඊළඟ assessment එකට කොහොමද ඕනේ වෙනවා. Anyway ඊට පස්සේ අපි ගියා Little Farms के retailer කෙනෙක්. They're also like a premium supermarket in Singapore, and Little Farms වල ගොඩක්ම family එකේ helpers තමයි නේ. They helpers ඉන්නේ ගොඩක් helpers කියන්නේ like kind of like a nanny for the families who look after the kids and do the shopping for the parents. ඒ වගේ nannies වල ගොඩක් කරලා shopping කරන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ අපි අන්තිමට ගියා cold storage කියන දේ. It was another premium retailer කෙනෙක් තමයි. It was like a supermarket. ඒකෙදි ඉතින් අපි ආයෙත් walnut baby all තමයි බැලුවේ. අනිත් ඒවාත් ඉතින් අපි බැලුවා, but අරක more focus කරලා we got some more data on like the prices, the කිව්වා වගේ ඉස්සරින් කරපු එකේ වගේම අපි research එක දිගට කරා. ඊට පස්සේ අපිට අපේ own time එක තිබ්බ අපේ own research එක කරන්න. Every time we saw a pharmacy, most of the time we went in and we looked at some of the supplements, the products. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ කතා කරා, and then we even discovered there was a shampoo that was made up with walnut oil, walnut shells. So it's interesting na research ekata hinda api ehme තමයි අපේ day එක spend කරේ. But yeah, so overall we saw a trend in supplements for the immune system. ඒව තමයි ගොඩක්ම sell වෙලා තිබ්බේ. අපි ගියාම shelves වල empty කියන්නේ ගොඩක් ගිහින් because I think they restock shelves every time, so everything's quite filled. ඒ හින්දා අපි චුට්ටක් හරි අඩු වෙලා තිබ්බා kids ලගේ immune system එකට brain කියන්නේ supplements to help with the brain ඒවත් අඩු වෙලා තිබ්බා. තව අපි අර Comvita එකට ගියාම Comvita එකට ගියාම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඒ සුද සහ අම්මලාට කියන්නේ parents අර they another high selling product was things to do with sleep, like helping faster sleep. Because I think they're so busy individuals, they want to have a good sleep. So ඒ වගේ තමයි ඉතින් අපි day එක spend කරා. I think it was really good. It was really insightful. So excited to see what Malaysia and Indonesia has to offer. But then නාලා කොල්ලේ චුට්ට try කරගෙන අපි දැන් අපේ assessment එක කරන ගමන් තමයි ඉන්නේ. ඉතින් so we are trying our impulsive purchases.
Yeah, this is it's like a toast. It's a milk toast.
With දැන් කන්නේ මොකද අපි හෙට travel එකක් නේ, so තිබ්බොත් කේස් එකේ කියලා හිතලා අපි කන්නේ. We දැන් රෑ හොඳේ.
buttery සීනි කනවා වගේ පාංක.
Literally ඒ පාංක වටේ ඔක්කොම butter ගාලා සීනි වලින් coat කළා basically. Oh, why is that?
I didn't understand the concept. Not a soft nani.
ඉතින් පාංක නැතුවද?
ඕනේ. ඕ මේ පාන් ගොඩක් layer කළා. එක පාන් එකක් වෙන්න බෑනේ.
අර මේ අර ලංකාවේ දෙන පාන් කර කපාල මැද හිස් මැද පුරුම් ටික. Overall 7 out of 10. Bye. I'm back again trying another thing just 2 minutes later.
Beard papa.
ඒක තමයි අර Kit Kat එකයි what was the other thing එක?
Original cookie.
Cookie pop එක
Cookie
අරගෙන.
pop.
Yummy. Okay. Cookie crust. The other one was like an eclair with. Oh, yum! That looks like a custard filling.
Rahani?
It's softer than a monkey. Like it will be like crunchy.
ये fortune cookie
Yeah, that's right. It tastes like a fortune cookie.
मैं क्या 10 out of 10 देना मेरा high.
On Butter City. I would give it like a 8.
9.5.
Yeah, I like the custard. It's very soft and not too sweet, not overpowering, but nice. I quite like it. Yeah, 8.8 than 8. Oh my gosh, I just realized it's good and a cream at the custard. It's like Nestum, you know, cereal like. It's actually kind of like a lot of triposha, gully hadane to a hot water dala, kiri powder dala, the funny. And we just read the bag and it says keep refrigerated and eat on the day, consume on the day of purchase. On the out up here. Kit Kat try we had eclair, yeah. We had some water.
Because it were the fresh and natural cream puffs. The perfect bite. I TikTok eating. Someone family. Go down there. Out there. Try it. One to chicken kham.
Can't really say it's Kit Kat.
Chocolate apple.
It just tastes like an eclair. I was expecting more Kit Kat flavor, so a bit disappointed. The other one's definitely better.
Favorite.
This one gets like a 7.
7 or 6.
Yeah. Alright then.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye. So we continued eating and I changed my rating to a 5.
I decided I wouldn't buy this again.
Oh my god, that's so funny. We have a low to cream and now there's just the flavor component is not there. So yeah.
Not recommended.
I didn't want to recommend
I'm just
it.
being dramatic, but then.
No, I agree. Adios.